clairvoyance of being press is limited, and so we rely on press releases. I think the most obvious story to start this week's episode on is talking about the White House's meeting with game developer people. I'm not really sure what to say, because the entire thing is pointless. And I mean that rather genuinely. People have been screaming about violence in video games for now nearly 30 years, and people have been screaming about violence in entertainment mediums, especially like films, since the 70s, since the 60s, since the beginning of the exploitation genre. So violence in entertainment mediums has been going around for it's nearly 50 years or so. So, yeah, consider me on the side of there is no scientific evidence, there is no proof, there is nothing connecting violence and entertainment mediums, including video games, to increases in violent tendencies. There are probably things more pressing for the US government to be talking about, but hey, that's just my opinion. And the larger story to talk about this week is Nintendo in its latest Nintendo Direct, which is packed full of, well, announcements really, of just games coming to the Switch and things like that. So, substantially, not that much to say, but it's a long list. And with it being a very long list, there's a lot to say, and so here's just a one-sentence summary for all the different games that they were talked about in the Direct. First one that everyone flipped out about, the Smash Brothers for the Switch. It's a working title, and there's not really that much to say about what's actually going to be in it. Seems like there's going to be a big roster. Not much else to say, really. Then there's two around Splatoon 2, the first being a single-player DLC campaign. A hefty one at that. 80 campaigns, plus a new character, plus the ability to unlock them to play them in multiplayer. So, that's a big one. And the next is a multiplayer update, which is a free multiplayer update. It adds some things, adds new levels. It's a multiplayer update, what you would expect. Then there's Mario Tennis Aces. It's a Mario tennis game. What do you really expect from it? It's coming out in June 22nd, but if you want to play it before then, there's the pre-launch online tournament. You just go to the eStore and download the big tournament thing, which is basically a demo and tournament thing bundled together as one. Then there's Kirby Star Allies. It's a Kirby game coming out on March 18th. But there is going to be a free update thing with more stuff for the game coming out in March 28th. Then there's Octopath Traveler, produced by Masahashi Takahashi from Square Enix. As you can guess, with it being a guy from Square Enix, it's an RPG, and it's coming out on June 13th. Then there's Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker. This is a re-release from the Wii U, but there's now going to be a Switch version and a 3DS version with stuff coming out on June 13th, and with the Switch being quite the upgrade from previous Nintendo consoles, a lot of third-party games are now coming to the Switch, starting with the Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy coming out on July 10th. Capcom's Okami HD is coming to the Switch, no announced release date. Then there's South Park's Fractured But Whole coming out on April 24th, and all of the DLC that is around for it is going to be available as well. Then there's Sushi Striker The Way of Sushido is going to be coming for the Switch and the DS, both for June 8th. Then there's Dark Souls Remastered, and there's quite a few things to this. The game itself comes out on May 25th, but there is going to be a network test, which is a free demo thing for it, so you can play that before, and on the release of the game as well, there is going to be an amiibo, a Solaris Praise the Sun amiibo, that is going to be available as well. Then there's Travis Strikes Again No More Heroes, which is the next game in the No More Heroes line. It's just got games and mini-games and co-op stuff for it, coming out exclusively. Then there's Little Nightmares Complete Edition, so there's Little Nightmares with all of the trappings, coming out on May 18th. And Undertale is getting its inaugural release to the Switch, no announced date. Then there's Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition coming out on May 18th. Then there's going to be an ARMS US and Canada tournament taking place through March 18th, with the finals happening on March 31st. And staying with ARMS, there's going to be the ARMS Test Punch, which is free for 3 days for all Switch owners globally. That's going to be released on March 31st, which is also the finals of the big tournament. And with Nintendo being Nintendo, there's quite a few announcements for the 3DS as well, including WarioWare Gold coming out on August 3rd, a 3DS re-release of the original Luigi's Mansion this year, they say. Then there's going to be a 3DS re-release of Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story plus Bowser Jr.'s Journey coming out in 2019, Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers coming out on May 10th, and Detective Pikachu coming out on March 23rd, and there is going to be an extra-sized amiibo of Detective Pikachu. I said it was a lot. With Nintendo being Nintendo, they save everything up for their Nintendo Directs and then just throw what feels like months worth of announcements all in one sitting. Yeah, that's probably not going to hear much from Nintendo till around June, July, which is around E3, so yeah, I'm expecting not to hear that much from Nintendo for a while now. Another big game release announcement came from EA and Warner Brothers, as EA has signed a deal with Warner Brothers to put some of the Warner Brothers games into the EA Vault. EA Vault is EA's subscription service play thing. You pay a monthly fee, you get to play this list of EA games. And so now there's going to be a selection of Warner Brothers games on that list, which includes the Batman Arkham series. Generally, my mood hasn't really changed with things like EA Access and all things like that, because it's a monthly fee to play EA games, and it's good if you play EA games. If you play a variety of games from a variety of developers, then you're going to be paying a monthly fee to pay a game, or a handful of games, if that. So yeah, if you have EA Access, it's a big plus, because there's some good games on that list. But my mood hasn't really changed for pretty much any of these single publisher only subscription things, because it's good to play from a variety of publishers, and if you're going to pay for all of them, that gets expensive very quickly. And keeping that sentiment, there's two shorter news stories, basically one-sentence stories that continues the trend of some parts of video gaming and the selling of video games being shitty. We are moving into the topic of pre-orders. The first pre-order story is around World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth. Battle for Azeroth is the latest expansion pack for the World of Warcraft MMO. And the big pre-order thing for it is that you can pre-order the game from a selection of game sellers around the world, which in the UK includes Amazon and Game, which is basically everyone, really. No one really goes anywhere else. And the first thing that even I would chime on about is it's an online game that is giving out pre-orders for nothing else. It's literally just a pre-order. The first thing that everyone said was, "Is this collector's edition?" They say no. Then the response is, "Why bother? Online game pre-order." The fact that online pre-order is a thing is stupid, because pre-ordering is to pre-order to go bagsies for physical copies to make sure you have a copy. When it's online, it's stupid. There is no threat of there not being enough copies when you are downloading a game. This is part of the reason why under the comments of the Big Blizzard blog post, which has all of these things saying, look, you can get it from all these different places, the first thing everyone chimed on about was, where's the collector's edition? I'll pre-order it if it's a collector's edition where I'm getting stuff, not just game, because online pre-order is stupid, and I have a tendency to agree. And the next pre-order story, and the final news story for today, is Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is announced via a picture of the logo, and it's having a reveal date in May, and you can pre-order it now for its October release. I have a few things to say. Pre-ordering a game where the only thing that is available at this point that is even related to the game is the logo. That's it. Nothing else. There is nothing else for the game out. The reveal for the game is in May. In May. Nothing for the game is out right now. And you can pre-order it now. For fuck's sake. This is stupid. This is pre-ordering on name recognition only. No potential quality of what the game is, no potential of how the game will play, nothing. No screenshots, no gameplay footage, not even words, nothing. The official reveal is in May 17th. So, general advice for this story, don't fucking pre-order it. You're going off nothing and buying a game completely sight unseen. Don't play into this pre-order stuff. This is now getting fucking stupid. This would be the time when I would go through the all formats UK gaming charts, game creation displayed by UKA, but they haven't released the charts today because a supplier of data and things like that, a seller, hasn't brought in their data yet, so there is no chart. And as of recording right now, nothing. If it comes out before, expect amendment now. If it comes out for our post-news live stream, which is going to be on our Twitch, plug, then I'll go through it there. For now, nothing. Nothing at the moment. So, No charts today, but we do have a list of the games that are going to be coming out this week, and as usual, it's a very long list. You may want to pause the video if you want to go through them all. And that is it for today. If you found this video informative, please do consider subscribing and sharing the video around. It really does help, and I will see you next week for the next Press Rush.